Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Hatch. Week 5 of the Weekly Hatch. Week 5 already. That's crazy to be saying.
Yeah.
I am Falcon Radio Operations Manager Nate Henners. You are?
I'm the news content director, Ava Thoman.
I'm Brianna McGreer, reporter for Falcon Media.
I'm Gabby Monk, and I'm editor-in-chief of the BG News.
And I'm Allison Zeman, the managing editor of the BG News.
And you two finally joined us this week.
Yes, super excited to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. You know, you guys, we've seen you walk through the window when we've been recording, but now you guys are in studio with us.
We're usually finalizing the paper, so we got done on time. And
Should say not walking through the window, but walking by the window.
By the window, yeah.
No, we just walk through windows here.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're that cool.
All right, getting into this week's paper. First, talking about parking tickets here in BGSU, a big story.
Yes, parking tickets are rapidly increasing. The fall 2022 semester saw more than 11,000 citations, followed by nearly 14,000 citations in fall 2023, and increasing to more than 17,000 citations in fall of 2024. And then, in the spring of 2025 semester, there were more than 27,000 citations issued.
Yeah, it's interesting to see it go year over year increases because our design team came up with a graphic using cars in a parking lot to show how it has increased year over year. And it's interesting because it's less than half of row of spaces to start off with, and by now it's a full row of cars equivalent to parking tickets.
Yeah.
It's the way they kind of came up with it.
From the graphic, you can definitely see the bigger picture. Each car equals 1,000 citations, and it kind of gives a good understanding of how much it's increased.
Yeah, it's a big increase. And it's interesting too because this story was done before kind of the whole parking controversy in the beginning of this school year. So it's interesting to see how the parking situation was playing out even before the school year started.
Yeah, and that controversy had to deal with students parking in the grass because there were no open spaces. And also, we are working on a story right now about professor parking difficulties.
Okay, yeah. So, parking, of course, a big topic among students here on campus.
Yeah. And parking services did implement some new technology, and they also, chalked it up to that. E-ticket citations, virtual permits, license plate scanners.
Yeah, and that's kind of how they've been responding to, why there are more tickets, saying, oh, well, there are more students now on campus because during COVID there were just less students. Now there are more students on campus, more students parking illegally. And also new technology to catch them parking illegally as well.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to another thing going on here in Bowling Green. A protest happened this past week over the death of a student in Mississippi.
Yeah, a group of about 20 to 30 students met at the Alumni Gateway here on campus before heading down Wooster Street. Before heading down, they allowed for a few minutes of silence to honor Reed, and and they made their way throughout downtown. I think made their way back to campus,
Yeah, so that went on over this past week. All right, so moving on to another thing going on here in Bowling Green, fire station tax levy.
Yes, in November, Bowling Green residents will vote on a proposed income tax to help fund the construction of 2 new fire stations and will also help improve the division's equipment.
Yeah, and so why is the fire department saying that this is necessary?
They want to be able to reach a site within 5 minutes of getting a call in, and also some of their trucks are over 20 years now and they are due for an upgrade.
Because pretty much they're going from having the one fire station right off campus to going to 2 stations here in town.
Yes.
It's interesting to see how locals will react to that. So the fire department, though, saying that this is necessary to continue providing kind of good service to the community.
Yeah, many firefighters were quoted saying it's critical that this passes.
Yeah, that'll be on the ballot this November.
Yep.
All right, so going into a topic here on campus, an alumni hosting a breakfast about some of his former professors.
Yes, Dr. Tom Gutierrez, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, inscribed a marble bench in front of Prout Chapel honoring 4 professors, and he also hosted a breakfast.
He was a former alumni here on campus, and it's interesting going back to honor those professors.
Yes, he says these 4 professors who were inscribed on the bench had the most impact on his career.
So yeah, he's honoring his former professors, and you were saying about a little bit more about the bench.
Yeah, he wanted to host this breakfast as a way to kind of highlight the newly inscribed bench, and he invited family members and family members of the professors, the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, etc. So just to like kind of highlight why he did this.
Yeah, the impact the professors had on him.
And where's the bench here on campus?
Right outside of Prout Chapel.
All right, and finally, talking about some bubble mailers.
Yes, the Jerome Library has issued a request for used bubble mailer envelopes. That way they can send out their books.
And for those who don't know what bubble mailers are, possibly me included,
They are like the envelopes you might get when ordering something online that have a little bit of like bubble wrap within them. Yeah, the padded lining is to help keep the books protected.
so you shouldn't pop them first, like maybe
No,
someone in here
yeah.
does when they get stuff from the internet.
It is
definitely do
essential
that.
that they keep the books protected, but they started doing this out of necessity and for sustainability.
So it's, saves them money not having to buy new bubble mailers all the
Yeah.
time. Bubble mailers is like my new favorite word now.
No, it's so satisfying to say. Just as satisfying to pop, too.
But
Love bubble wrap.
they don't have to buy new bubble mailers every time, but also those bubble mailers aren't going to waste when people are done with them.
One of the librarians started bringing in her own from home and is now reaching out to others to do the same.
Yeah, it says that people can bring their bubble mailers to the circulation desk.
Yeah, and
So
definitely
that
with
is-
how many people I see getting stuff off Amazon or the
Yes.
internet, definitely a lot of bubble mailers on campus to bring to the library.
And they do just have to have that bubble wrap in the inside of the envelope.
And they
in
have to be
order for that to
intact,
work.
so I can't pop them. Ugh.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
That's going to be my
condition.
challenge with this, but very cool thing going on with the library there. Get rid of your old bubble mailers. I just like saying that word.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Bubble mailers.
Bubble
Bubble
mailers.
mailers.
All right, so that is what is new in this week's edition of the BG News. You can check it out on newsstands around campus and the Bowling Green community. So, you guys, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we'll have to
This
have
was
you guys.
So fun.
You guys have to join us again and not just point at
For
us outside
sure.
the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially on days like we finish early sometimes, so definitely on those days we'll have to pop on over.
Tonight was not the case.
Yeah.
No,
it's a little
unfortunately.
late.
Yeah, we were definitely like I feel like on time compared to like some other days.
Yeah.
But not our record, but not our worst either.
Not our
Not our
worst.
worst.
Oh my gosh,
Definitely not the worst.
Definitely not.
For those who don't know, for those who are just listening, we print the paper, or we get the papers ready on Tuesday night, and they come out sometime on Wednesday to Thursday.
Yes.
But
And we get here at around 4,
4.
and we leave usually no later than 9:30. So
It's
we're
a
here
process.
for a while.
And
It's a
we-
process.
We film the weekly hatch right after this meeting, so normally between 9 and 10.
Yeah. It
What
is
I think-
almost 10.
what I think is interesting is, because I was like, you were here from alumni, BG News alumni, where they did print night every night of the week, because
Oh
like
my
pre-internet
gosh.
days.
Oh my gosh, I could not even imagine. Like if we printed multiple days a week.
I know.
I
not.
gear up for Tuesdays over the
Oh,
weekend. and
yeah.
on
Oh my
Monday.
gosh.
I have
Yeah.
to mentally and physically prepare myself every Tuesday.
Especially now that I'm helping out with BG24, which started this week.
Yeah, gotta talk about that. BG24.
Shout out.
Falcon Media's news broadcast started this week.
So yeah, BG Weekly, which is the news side,
Yeah.
and the Swoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when do those come out?
They come out on
BG20
Tuesdays.
Weekly is online now. I think Swoop comes
Swoop
out later
on
this week.
Thursdays.
Yes.
Yeah. You can find me there hosting Community Corner.
Yeah.
Tuesday's a big news day.
Tuesday is the news
The
day.
news day.
But you guys see, now Ava's checking off all of her things. She has print with the paper, website, TV with BG24, and radio now.
Yeah.
So,
I'm all
I get to
ready.
check off
Getting all of
radio.
BG Falcon
yeah,
Media.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, so hopefully you guys can check it off again. But again, check out this week's edition of the BG News, newsstands around campus and the Bowling Green community, as well as somewhere on bgfalconmedia.com, probably to the right of us somewhere.
Yeah, to the right of us. Scroll
Or
down
down
a
if
bit.
you're on your phone.
Down
Yeah.
to the right.
Somewhere on the
You'll
website
find
it is.
it.
All right, but thanks for tuning in this week. We'll talk to you guys again next week for week number 6.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Yes.